Yo. So, we're glad to have you guys in this great space. We are your hosts.
Mandy, Candace.
I'm Brandon. Thank you guys all for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting to the videos out there on a daily basis. We do genuinely appreciate your support from the bottom of our hearts. So just do what's nice and great. The verse of the day is.
The verse of today is taken from Mark chapter 3, verse 25. If a house is divided against itself, that house cannot stand.
Amen. Amen.
If a house is divided against itself,
Oh, it's
that
not.
house cannot stand.
Makes sense.
Yeah, very self-explanatory. Because I believe once and you believe once and about the same thing. And we're not to one accord.
Sounds like denominations.
Yeah, kind of. It's just it's a different opinion. I think so.
Well,
Sometimes it can be as simple as a different opinion.
One side can go, one side might change.
Okay, so on today's episode, guys,
Then to come some different opinions, you know.
a little bit controversial. We have gathered a bunch of topics and we're gonna basically call this episode or this segment Keep or Sweep It. Keep it or Sweep It. So these are a bunch of takes, some controversial, well, all probably controversial, some takes that pertains to Christianity and being a Christian. And we are individually going to decide if we are going to keep it or going to sweep it away.
Was that not fun to
Keep it or sweep it. Now, I'm sure you guys will probably have different opinions that we use to some of these things. There is clearly a different podcast going on both sides of me right now. So, if you guys disagree, you can tell us why in comments. And if you do agree, or if you want to keep something and you want to sweep something and you want to tell us why, you can definitely drop it in the comments below. We read all the comments, guys.
Yeah.
On all socials, we read all the comments. You guys are funny. Yeah. But, yeah, so we are just going to jump right into it. Candace is going to be our moderator for today and keep our seat.
As a moderator, you need to welcome the moderation.
Very good.
Hello, teachers from welcome to this our first segment of Keep It Sweep It. I'll be your moderator for today. One of the hosts, Candace, but
We need a theme song for this.
a big fun. And
I don't find something.
keep it or sweep it. Welcome to the first segment with your host, Candace Ramsey.
Keep it. Sweep it.
Okay. Welcome to Keep It Sweep It for the fifth time. Sure, we have this random order. Some of these, I'd say, might be controversial, might not be, depends on how, they leave your shape, but let us continue on. Right, so first thing up that I have here is that church is not a spouse farm. Church is not a spouse farm. I'm sure that we have heard lots of times. They know all of the girls that been at the church, don't find out to go to the church.
Certainly. If I say keep, does it mean that I'm agreeing?
Yeah.
And sweep means I'm disagreeing?
Yeah.
Okay, keep.
Yeah.
I think church,
But church is it's a worship.
Church is not a spouse
it's
farm.
not supposed to work.
It is a spouse farm?
Yeah.
Alright.
Listen, all these people going to church. I'm going to churches.
I know. It's just I'm just laughing at Mandy's side. Not at your standpoint.
Yeah, because in my opinion, I've been to different churches before, and I don't know, I just went to them to see what kind of result.
Never ever.
Yeah, I'll pull up and scan the area.
Really, you never scoped the scenery out?
No.
You never spoke to me?
But never scope the scene, no.
Never.
If I step in out of the room, if I step in out of the place, I'm not like, I step in out of the place and somebody catches my eye. Okay, fine. Then I'm going to go ahead and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
is it just one of you that's here? Or there's plenty others that look like you?
So I'm making no pressure.
But no, I don't give up. I just,
No, but I think,
have I given up?
That could be the case, but I think
I don't think I've given up. I'm just on pause right now.
I think generally if I go to a new place, I'm scoping the scenery out. That's why I'm not attached to anybody at this point.
It don't matter if I touch her or not.
No, it's just second nature for me. I always look around. I always look around and I'm just like, oh, that person's kind of cute.
That's why I'm in church, like, my original say, yo, we'll go to our church. That's what we make.
Not just at church, like just in general, I walk into places.
Oh, it depends. Like, the pharmacy, no.
Not that I'm saying, alright, listen,
No.
not that I'm saying, no, I wouldn't know. Not the pharmacy, not the doctor, not the hospital. I'm not going to go to the doctor. Right? But it just in general, when I go places, I look around and I look at all of the faces that are in there with me. What? Yes!
I think the church is.
I need to know what everybody look like.
If me scope the screen, me scope the scene for harm and danger.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Generally, I will look at everybody.
Somebody else catches my
If
eye.
somebody catches my eye, then they catch my eye. Anyways,
I'm not speaking generally, I'm speaking for myself.
I speak generally.
Sweet, is it?
Oh, he.
Brendan saying keep Brendan said church is that's supposed to come. It's supposed to come to look woman in that
I'm
house.
not saying it's supposed to, I'm just saying that a lot of the intentions why men go to church is to see what kind of woman is there.
Listen, that's that is a common lesson.
When I went to the churches with my friends, I was like, yo, what kind of church? What's the scene with them?
No, I'm not agreeing. I'm just saying you might understand what you're saying. Not that I agree, I just comprehend.
I'll be like, what's the scene with them? What's the scene with them? If I see someone, I just ask my siblings, like, if I see someone, and I'm like, oh, cool. So,
Brother Brandon is taken for all you ladies who are in his DM.
step, and I'll go through.
Alright, fine. So that was one. Church is not disposed for. Next one that we have is what's up with the pastor worship. Guys, so this one is more so. I have encountered a church or a few in which the pastor, while I do understand that you honor your leaders and that you're grateful for their service, yes, and for their kind and generous time that they share to shepherd God. I think that sometimes some churches take it a step too far and it's almost
Seems like worship.
yeah, it almost develops like you or worship, yes. Yeah. So that's why I think sometimes when these pastors find themselves, unfortunately, in controversy, some people are so cut up and done with the church because if so and so was just right there beside Jesus on the next cross, if you come preach and if you end up gone, then what is there to say about me if my pastor can't hold it together?
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being disappointed in circumstances. But if that changes your faith and trying to completely away from the church, then you weren't worshiping God in the first place. You were worshiping your pastor.
I think it is, from my experiences, going to and watching different church services, going to different churches, you can see where it's like I can understand you want to greet the church or you want to let the church know the bishop has here, but I also think I find it unsettling when I hear them talk about the bishop and like the first lady. And it's almost as if they're forcing themselves to not go into a monologue about how great they are. I understand you should appreciate the leaders and you should, support them. but at the same time, it comes out to me like they're itching to not go to top, and I'm like, sometimes they say, I could still be all day.
And so it's a board, more like a board to the person.
Yeah, I talk about my bishop, you see?
Yeah.
So I think sometimes there is.
Receiving that.
Yeah.
Sweet that.
Yeah. Because it can be redemption, it can be like a faith in impossible.
Yeah.
You forget that they're human beings.
There's nothing wrong with acknowledging them.
Yeah, and admiring
But
their
it's your,
strength.
it can,
It can, sometimes it goes smells a bit funky. So I'm just like, why are you underneath the pasta coating like this? But I don't get it.
Almost sounds like, I don't know if you watch I don't know if you watch the press conferences. Politics when they introduce the person, like asking president. And they're like, the rain, they're talking about the person like, the bird and this and that, brother, shut up. Get on with the service. Like, get on with the service, bro. So,
yeah, we're sweeping that.
is it sweet for you? Is it still?
Well, that now segues us into our next topic. Online dating.
In general,
Yes, in general and for Christians, online dating.
I don't see, I don't, it depends on your intention.
Okay.
If it's a way of meeting somebody, and it's a Christian, again, Christian meaning doesn't have Christians on it.
no,
You know, it doesn't have Christians on it.
I mean, in harmony isn't it didn't say that it was for a Christian. Christian,
Ready? Alright. So,
It's recording already?
yeah.
You can tell me.
I think it's time.
Alright, so that's a perfect segue into our next point, online dating.
Alright.
Alright, so we're talking online dating generally as well as Christians. Do you think online dating is something that you would do, something that you'd recommend, whatever your views are online?
personally, sorry.
As much as I like to say, it depends on your intentions here.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes online dating can be seen as a way of meeting people. And also a hope.
Some people see online dating as a last resort.
Yeah, that's very. I think
Some people see it as a last resort.
you consider gaming online dating?
Huh?
Games.
Is our DMs online dating?
Game is online dating.
You are shooting your shot across an electronic platform.
Yeah, so as I said, I can't say really silly. I can't say silly. Because
But I don't know. People would necessarily like to say DMs online dating
No, but-
because you can't go there for just a casual conversation. However, online dating it is explicit that if I message you on this app, I'm looking for a relationship. DMs is just I could be asking you the price of a bottle of shampoo that you're selling.
right now the DMs are seen as a.
It's a method. It's a channel for you to reach out to new
So I'm
people.
saying it could be considered online dating.
Well, alright.
Sweet same man.
I'm just saying some people
If it's DMs, I can't say fully sweet because.
some people see that as I said a lot where some people like to say that you need to meet people face to face. And you never know who you're talking. Sometimes you genuinely never know who you're talking
That's
to
true.
across
That's true.
the electronic platform. But then again, you run the same risk when you're talking to people face to face.
Yeah.
Because in that first couple of interactions, everybody's still putting their best foot forward.
Yeah, that's true.
So you don't really know what John Doe, thank the Lord, St. John Baptist. You never really know what John Doe is going to be like, really.
True.
So online dating, I think, I'm not going to say it's sweet, because I've never tried it. I hear, I've never tried it. That's just, I said, I'm sweet. Oh, it's just not
I would just sweep some.
Some people out there,
I would just take it home because it's be like, he's not trying.
but then that's the thing for me. For me, I'm kind of a last resort.
Alright, but online dating means like I'm intentionally going here so to look for somebody.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's why I said sweet.
Alright, fine.
It's real strict over here. Okay?
Alright, working on yourself. We all know, and I think maybe have even used that term that we are working on myself.
How I can word it is you miss a lot of blessings because you say you're working on yourself.
Sometimes people end up falling into that exactly.
Yeah.
And then my thing is working on yourself. I think because it's so overused, and in my opinion and my experience, often not followed up with any actual practical action. It's just an excuse. It doesn't really mean anything.
It's an excuse to be. It's an excuse to be lazy.
Yeah. If you say you are working on yourself, while I do understand that that can take time to yield results, it should still be a process that is taking place
That you're
actively still doing. I'm not saying that you're still planning, you're actually gonna do things. And while you might not reap the benefits now, working on yourself should actually be a process. It should actually be something that you're actually doing. Not just, oh, I'm working on myself right now, and you're still sitting there procrastinating.
I think working, some people probably use it as a way to get out of the two-step, which is why I would say like just say, if you don't want to be friends with somebody, just say,
You don't want responsibility.
I can't really say anymore. Don't lie and say you're working on yourself, because the moment you and your friend end up parting ways, you're just back to being who you were when you were friends.
Yeah.
There's nothing that you're doing to work on. Oh, I'm going through a lot right now. It's just it's not you, it's me kind of situation. And then what are you doing to fix you?
Yeah.
I think
Kind
sometimes
of ways.
because at church, a person can step away from some responsibilities and say that they need some time off to go into, go into they want to go into isolation season. It's me like I don't know where that comes from, but you're going in isolation season.
Well, no, sometimes you do need a period of isolation. Because even Jesus withdrew himself. Yeah. So that was a period of isolation.
You are fast for that.
That's why I'm saying
You are fast for that.
I wasn't necessarily fasting.
You're saying JESUS.
He had his period of, he had his time when he had to be by himself to be able to do the fasting and the prayer that he needed to do.
What Jesus doing by himself?
No, I'm saying to do the fasting and praying and to focus. He was by himself. He essentially set himself apart.
Is that what you're doing?
I didn't say I was in this period of isolation. I'm saying that some people do require or do step into a period of isolation for them to refocus and take the time without any distractions. It has happened before and people do it. It's something that you need to do from time to time.
So this is looking like a sweet face.
I don't think it's okay, so this is a whole different so is that period of isolation necessary? I think absolutely. Sometimes you have too many chefs in the pot, too many people are talking, too many people are contributing to this, and they're spoiling it. Sometimes you need to step aside so you can refocus and ensure that you can refine your vision for yourself.
I think it's half and half from me, because that is necessary, and then I think you are missing out on blessings when you decide to work on yourself. Because a community is there for you to carry you along, to help carry you along the way. Okay, so you're at school, Miss Brandon, what did you like to say?
So it's just my take. I got to from my experiences. It's me working. I did the working on myself thing. For me, I had to continue to fix the things that I was doing as I was doing wrong while life was happening. So I never gave myself a chance. I didn't make sense to do that. Because so many things were someone that I had to be responsible for, but I can't just isolate.
Nobody is saying that when you're in your period of isolation, the world stops for you, Nobody said that.
And this is going to be a two-part series, just as you know from now
Finish, go
My
ahead.
thing is that sometimes we, just like the responsibilities that I have at church, maybe a lot going on and you can't really get on top of it, and I can understand that. But sometimes if you really look at what you have going on, you can't manage. And I think sometimes we look at it as so much, we look at the church as more like a burden. So we're like, oh, this and this and this.
And it's a background.
Yeah,
So everything else comes first. This responsibility that I have at church is not necessarily important, so I can't scrap it really and truly.
Or
And
maybe,
that's what I see the word when I said, well, I never really did that because I realized there's responsibilities and things I need to do. I have to do. Yet I need to maybe pray. I didn't need an isolation season. So in the Bible and pray more.
in order to read your Bible and pray more, you have to make time. There's some things that you, exactly, that's what I'm saying. There's some things that you have to cut down on and cut off for this to be
That's not
possible.
isolation.
Well, in my view, it technically is. If you're cutting yourself away from the distractions, you are setting yourself apart. You are, if you know that you hanging out with this person, usually leads to you ending up almost crossing the line into sin. And you want to really sit down with the Lord and focus on the Lord. Are you not going to cut yourself off? Are you not going to reduce your time? Are you not going to separate and isolate? You have to. I'm not saying that your other responsibilities cease existing. I'm not saying that you can take a sabbatical, which you really do take a serious step back. But that all depends on what you're taking a step back from. Some people will take a step back from work responsibilities to be able to focus on the Lord more because they realize it's taking up too much of their time with the Lord. You're thinking of these as isolating, meaning that everything else stops and ceases to exist. I don't think so. It all depends on what it is that you want to focus on. I'm looking at isolating from the standpoint of you are cutting yourself off from distractions, whether that be somebody, something, whether it be a thought pattern that you're trying to break that you want to cut yourself off from. Hence, you have to cut off other things that trigger those thoughts. That's why I'm looking at a period of isolation. For some people, you might be isolating yourself from food. It's fasting, you get me, to break certain things. So I'm not looking at it as if everything else be forsaken and I just focus on this thing alone. Life doesn't stop, you don't stop breathing. You don't stop intaking and exhaling air. You just put yourself off from certain things. That's how I'm looking at things.
I think how I look at it is that, so the reason why I think people are saying, maybe it's a business, but it's a work myself.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't treat work myself as putting in a brand effort to be better.
And then that now is where we have the issue with it. If you're actually working on yourself, what I'm saying, go ahead.
So it more looks like you're just at home watching Netflix for like the time period that you said you were gonna stop.
That is working on yourself.
That's why I'm like,
That's you need
Maybe.
genuine.
I don't know.
That's why-
When it is active, like active work needs to be.
Yeah, active. Like you should.
Yeah.
If you say you're working,
Alright guys, so we're queeping this one.
like you should be putting building blocks in making yourself.
Yeah.
Like they give you the time, you get worse.
Mm-hmm.
And I think not sometimes, also as Christians, or as people in general, we take a break, we tend to not come back. And that's what I'm saying, we're working on ourselves, we're putting the building blocks, we should be putting building blocks to be better.
Yeah.
But when you look at the Bible and the people who Jesus called to ministry, they were already doing something. Matthew was a tax collector, Luke was a physician, Paul was a fisherman. They all had active jobs.
Yeah.
Because they understood time management. They understood managing resources and stuff like that. So when you say you're working on yourself and you're just lazy and just doing your thing, by the time you come back to any ministry, it's almost like you have to wake up early again and you're well tired the first day.
How I
That's my take.
I do agree that that was always my
Wait,
second.
this is the third 12 minute.
Yeah. Yeah. I do agree. I do agree.
Yeah.
And that has always been my standpoint that if you say you are working on yourself, you need to be putting in intentional steps that you are taking and you are disciplined to follow your plan through. As it pertains to dropping responsibilities and you're not taking that up, I will think or put in some sort of caveat. What if you dropping that responsibility allows you to realize that responsibility was taking up too much of your time?
That's where we're looking at.
Yeah. So just because you don't come back to take responsibility doesn't mean that you're just throwing it away casually. It really could have been a thing where you have come to the realization, honestly, I was burning the candle at both ends with this adding to my life right now. It's taking up way too much time. And I have to put it down. You could love it, but you had to part with it because it was necessary to do so. Yeah. So, moral of the story, if you work for yourself, actually work for yourself. But once the sun, once the block, once the cement, after mix up water, after throwing it, and the ones to see the results.
Come back looking.
Yeah. Don't just say that you're working on yourself or you're in your healing journey and you're still, I walk around with the one that bruise up, and you're still actively bleeding.
Sometimes when people talk about healing,
I casually,
I guess I know that.
yeah.
Casually.
I'm healing right now.
Healing is not linear.
Yeah.
We understand that. But what are you doing?
Are you actually
healing?
Are you still going back to the same filth that you came out of? Have you learned from your dangerous cycles? Hold on, please.
I'm already to please move on.
You got me. So that was our next topic. Next one. So we are deciding that if you're gonna work on yourself, actually work on yourself. You want to see the progress. Well, not to see the progress, but be intentional. You need to have your sand, have your cement, have your water, have your gravel. It's just say I mix up and I build up and I have your block and I steel. You get me? So if you're working on yourself, we want to see the under construction side. Alright, next thing up. Don't blame it on the devil. This time it might actually be you.
Keep. Don't come in life to blame things and say, Satan and the beast and the devil are trying this. It's you. It's you. You have made yourself available to be used, available to be tried, available to be seen. Don't blame things. And trust me, this is not God's trial for you. This is all on you. This is all you.
I'm going to show you where the down there and still decide that you're going down there.
Because you can imagine the devil, like, they say, devil, if you don't try this, man, come on, it's down there, like.
Then we just say,
the Jamaican man. I really lie. You know, over this one, see me there. What say?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, this. It's free.
Sometimes you, sometimes you're wrong.
Make yourself available to be.
Sometimes
You
you're the
are put in a position to be. As a year for. Yeah, so key.
Yeah. You don't need to, not everything is been on the devil. Not everything. Alright, next one. Love in the church. Do you see it? Can you spot it? Love in the church. Sometimes like romantic. Sometimes people look at relationships in Christendom as boring and as more like a companionship because it's not, in my opinion, not really shown in the church. Like we know to get married, but you know, make marriage look sweet. Sometimes it's not really portrayed as well, I would think.
Because I used to think about the holding hands stage. And they call them stages, the honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
And all those phases. You know, they say like, you know, the one you will pass over and then you see me and but in my head it's like, why does that have to change?
It don't have to end.
But you don't really see
Yeah.
in church. It's just my experience from the outside looking in and from the inside looking in. Is it
I mean, I do understand that people have different ways of like showing their love, but like the
name calling?
you actually seeing it for yourself, it seems aloof, like the relationship. You guys have been together for so long, you no longer know each other anymore. If that makes sense.
Maybe there's more friends.
Yeah, it's more like a friendship relationship, and it's not one of those high maintenance friendships. It's one of those low maintenance friendships where you know one of them friend away. They say, oh, John, a long time when I showed out Gary, I'm gonna go message Gary and find out what I want. And when I check today January, the last time I talked to Gary was August. And then you message Gary and say, yo, boss, what I want. Gary is just like you. Then I'm a boss, long time, you know, low maintenance friendships where the distance and, you know, it's not somebody that needs to be checked in on every day. It's not, you know, like that. I don't think if we were to like step into our church, I think an example of like a couple that's like this, Nurse and Eden.
They were exactly who came to mind.
Nurse
Yeah.
and Eden.
They're really cute.
Because, you know,
Yeah.
that's how I, you know, like the name calling or the public, I'm not saying PA, but the public declaration.
Is your wife because you say I know
Susie and Norman is a good example of PDA, a PDA marriage. Like it's not over the top PDA, but you have no say as Susie and that. And not make no say. Right?
Because you know, it's my experience. I don't really, they don't put their hands around, they don't walk in, or they don't
sometimes I don't even sit on the same side of the church.
Or even if the two of we drive separate car and the same place we are come, oh my man, at the same time we are come, at the same time we are go away. So just in one piece, no?
I mean, I'm not married, we're not married,
But
but
we're not.
We can talk about what we would like or what we would think would be, you know, normal for when we get to that point.
But what I'm getting at is that I don't, people out in the world, they have a great idea of showing that this is my partner.
Yeah.